Hello and welcome back. It's great to have you with us on To The Final Bell. We are brought to you by Lake Imaging, the leading diagnostic radiology provider in central and western Victoria. And as promised, we've got a couple of special guests here, Scotty. We've already spoken about the fact you've made the huge trek to my old school, St. Joey's.
I had to
and you've
say a prayer at the door when I came in.
I'm surprised you even made it through the gates, Scotty. But two guys who know this place very, very well.
I know.
St. Joey's old boys. The class of 2016, but also doing some wonderful things with the Cats. Jack Henry and Sam Simpson is with us. Hello, boys.
Yo, guys. Thanks for having us.
Great to have you both here. Sammy, I'm going to get to you in just a second because all the listeners to this podcast just want to know when is Sam Simpson back, and we might have some good news there. Jack, just quickly, pulled up okay. Everything good from Sunday twilight game against the Kangas?
Yep, feel pretty good, Lingy. Is just one of them ones you get through and feeling pretty fine. So, get through this week of training and I'll be right for next week.
Are you a forward, a back, or a ruckman at the moment?
At the moment, I've got no idea. been everywhere. So, but I think hopefully start to settle a bit more in the back line.
Nice and settled back here in your old school. Were you a good boy?
Yeah, I was a good boy, Lingy.
Hang on. So you two, same year level, same footy team. I think I asked you off air. You wouldn't have lost many games. You won the whole thing, Herald Sun Shield.
Yeah, we did in our year 12 year. Sammy, I don't think played that game, so we had a pretty strong.
It was
pretty strong
drop that game as well.
Were you dropped or were you injured for that game, Sammy?
Or misbehaving, detention?
Yeah, I don't think they needed me in the end.
A Saturday detention. He couldn't come.
So it was that's pretty. In the junior ranks, Herald Sun Shield's a big deal. That would have been massive, I gather.
Yeah, it was huge. Playing on the MCG.
Who'd you beat in the final?
St. Pat's.
It's always St. Pat's. It's always St. Pat's Ballarat, isn't it?
Yeah, they're there every year.
Is there any other school that ends up in the grand final? No. MCG a precursor to another game?
Yeah, I think, who was it? It was West Coast and Collingwood, I think it was.
That's awesome. How good's that?
We didn't win it in my day.
No. Who was in your year level?
No one
other
really. So Jimmy Bartell, Nick Maxwell were 3 years below,
so they couldn't
and
play
Matty Scarlett was 2 years above. So
you were a dud year.
We were solid. We might have. I think we went down to.
What was it like,
That's
boys, coming to this school in the legend of Cameron? What's he talked about now that he runs it again? What was it like?
Met him in the reception. There's a fair bit of aura about him in there. Like, it was people bringing him things and making sure he was all right. So
And his reputation as a student before was he sort of put up as the one to follow?
I haven't heard too many stories.
Oh.
Actually, have we? No, a good leadership, I think.
Yeah,
from memory. I think that's the one they.
So they're programmed. You've got them all.
Thank you, boys.
Psyched out.
Thank you very much. I'm going to get Scotty away from this nonsense. He wants to tease me the whole time.
Asking facts.
Sammy, when are we going to see you?
This week, finally.
So fantastic.
Very keen to get my first hit out of the way. We've actually got a practice match against the AIS Academy in the VFL. So, have a run around there and hopefully find some form.
I've got to put my hand up here, Cameron.
Yes.
The grand final. I forgot your injury in the grand final, Sammy.
Actually, can
Remember,
we just
on air?
Can we rewind? So we're doing the podcast 3-4 weeks ago.
The first one, I think.
And we were putting together our best 22, and I said, well, Sam Simpson's in it, assuming he's okay and recovered, and I'm not sure. Scotty's like, well, what do you mean? What's he got to recover from?
I think we were adding at who was in the grand final team or something.
Yeah, would you like to see one of the most horrific looking injuries going around?
Sorry, mate. It
was scary though, wasn't it?
Take us through the incident.
I don't remember it either, so it's all good.
See?
I can remember maybe up to the fourth quarter, just before it happened. I was pretty out of it after that, and basically woke up when the siren went, just in the rooms and in the hands of the docs. And
you say, did we win or?
There was a TV on in there, and I found out pretty quickly that that it wasn't a great result,
and it was the head. Number one was their biggest concern, head and neck, but then the shoulder as well. So. Was that a shoulder reconstruction over the summer? Yeah,
funnily enough, I didn't realise for about a week. I was just worried about the head, and it actually pulled up really well. In a couple of days I was pretty clear again. So we had our off season and my shoulder just kept sort of slipping out on me. Just sitting around doing not much, and I was like, oh, that's probably not right. Like, it's not great.
Got to get a cup of coffee. Oh,
so checked in with the docs, and they had a feel, and were like, yeah, that's a scan, and then basically I was straight home for surgery and had a reco back in Melbourne.
And coming into this season, and other couple of little injury concerns that you're coming back from, but good news you're playing this week. Frustrated? I mean, you had such a wonderful year last year. You took that big leap to becoming such an important player of the best 22. Has there been any frustration, or is it something that, no, that's fine, I'll get this right and I can still have a huge impact?
Yeah, definitely, especially because, it's a long-term injury. But, you use that as a bit of fuel to in your rehab to train hard and try and get that back, get back on the field quicker, really. It's just been that bit of motivation and a bit of fire in the belly, but finally looking forward to this weekend and hopefully it all goes well.
Now, Jack, Lingy had a crack about the swingman, but take us through how it's happened. You train as a defender, I gather, all year. I mean, all pre-season.
Yeah, I have.
And the tap came at half-time of Hawthorn.
Yeah.
As a kid,
turned the game.
Oh yeah, we're going to get to the good bits. You'd played forward before, but do you get a shock, or do you, Scarlo says, go over to that group, we don't want you anymore, or how does it work?
Not necessarily. Hopefully he doesn't say he doesn't want me anymore, but just at half time, I think they just wanted another taller option because Big Hawk has it pretty hard when there's a few big guys trying to jump into him. So I just pretty much just got told just to make sure Frost doesn't keep running and jumping at it and just play a bit of footy. I don't know. They don't try and overcoach me because then I don't know. They just let me do my thing a little bit.
And the assumption now, all of our listeners would make it with where we're assuming Jeremy Cameron gets his first run.
He's in.
It's locked.
Coach has declared.
It's done. Okay, good. I'm glad you're all over it.
Yep.
Perhaps not required down there this week. So just
wouldn't have thought so. I think he can have the half forward roll back. I think
slot straight back into the backline role.
Yeah, I wasn't really forward at all last week with Big Sammy DeConning in there. But I just had to help out in the ruck a little bit and let Blitz settle in the back line. So
Sam showed plenty.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't have his kicking boots on, I must admit.
He wasn't the only one.
No, that's right. But took the grabs, looked comfortable, and he's only going to fill out more. It must be exciting seeing a big, young, raw player like that and think, this kid could be something. Yeah,
Sammy was great. He even just getting to contest and making a contest, which is probably why he was in the side first and foremost, and just helps our smalls get to work and probably something we lacked in previous weeks. So it was great having him in, and he looked comfortable.
What about the goal of the year? We've got to talk about that. You created the whole thing and kept running, and obviously sometimes I gather you don't think too much about things because it'll unravel. Was that all instinct and in Hawkey and you're all running and Jordan's there? What was that like?
It's a blur really. When it happens, it is very instinctive. So
you thought you should give it to him because he's right there.
Oh yeah, so I give it to Clarkey every day. He's one of the fastest guys on the list. So I just got it and tried. I've been working on personally trying to use my feet a bit more and get out of those sort of pressure situations. So it was nice to be able to do that for myself and for the team. But and then the support from Hawk and Jordan.
Did you think about kicking it yourself when you got that handball?
I think, because you don't get many chances up forward, so I think, I could cash in one more. But no, if I missed that, I wouldn't have come back, I don't think.
Player of the year so far.
You can see that you now have that belief and confidence and have done for a couple of years on the field. Sammy, I reckon last year, sitting back as a supporter, and it was all from the comfort of our living room, not being able to be there. But we could see that with you last year. Was there a point in last season where you realised, oh, hang on, I'm not just some kid who's just snuck into the team and running around just trying to get the odd kick here and there, but I'm actually influencing games and contributing in a massive way to this team. And was there a comfort level of I'm part of this now?
Yeah, definitely. It's a good question because I suppose prior to last year, like all you're working towards is trying to get an opportunity. So once that came, you definitely just want to take it with both hands. And I think, now we're going into our 5th year and, you sort of get to that level where you're like, right, I really want to contribute to the team, or not just a young guy coming in that, is the 22nd person in. So yeah, it was nice to have a good role in there in that high forward and try and just make an impact around some stoppages and stuff like that.
Certainly did that. Created a lot of things. I'm
Extraordinary.
just ticking off the days until we can get him back in there. We're just one week and straight back in. Can we manage
He's on the
that?
1
Would
week
be
routine.
nice. We'll see how it goes.
I noticed Jeremy Cameron was the no weeks and straight back
No,
in.
you don't bother with that stuff. Just looking back, the hub, it probably feels a bit surreal now looking back. Last year feels a bit weird for everyone, but the fact, you got through it and now you're on the other side. What was it really like?
I didn't mind it. It was,
I'm the same.
Yeah, were you both thrive and enjoy it, not to hate it?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think you kind of had to make the most of it. Like, you had to put things into perspective. Like, we got to keep playing footy. That was probably the best part. And for us, we got to spend time with all our mates. We're pretty young still. We like spending a lot of time together. It's easier for us because we don't have our own families. But yeah, the sunshine was nice up there, and I think just mainly though was playing footy and enjoying our time.
Was that the big downer of the whole thing when all those families arrived and all those kids just running around annoying the hell out of you? Little George Dangerfield running a mark and all that.
Yeah, little George. No, he was good. I liked hanging out with him, actually. It actually wasn't too bad. It was pretty refreshing having some new faces come into the hub, and it was nice to see, all the dads and stuff a bit more sprightly again. So, it was good.
No one is spilling the beans on who the most annoying kids
Wow,
were.
we can get a top 3. Grind Myers, how did Grind handle?
Greiser?
Oh, kids. I was talking about teammates.
Oh, no, team.
Oh, you
no.
want kids? Oh dear, I'm not getting involved in that.
Me
Which
either.
of the teammates really lifted themselves during the hub, given you're spending 24/7?
Lifted? Charlie Constable.
Chuka, your man.
He was funny. He's good fun to be around, Charlie.
Lukey Dalhouse, he was good, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was floating about.
Sounds like the same people. Everyone's fairly unanimous on the names.
Yes,
Chuka's
there's a common theme
Chuka's
here.
my man. I'm trying to get in the team every chance I can get. But is he just a pest off the field?
Yeah, a bit.
Jack lives with
I'm
him.
living
so
with him.
wow.
I'm living with him at the moment. He's a massive pest. But spending day in, day out with him, it can start wearing thin. Charlie. We love Charlie though.
Good. I keep trying to get him a game. Scotty's always fighting against him.
No,
Doesn't want him in there.
That's incorrect. Now, what about the Cats? Overall, it's been a so-so start. You've taken a while to get. What's it like as a player? Because you're clearly not playing the way you want to play, but is that personnel and rustiness?
Yeah.
You're flying, but I'm talking about all the other blokes who aren't doing their job.
Yeah, it's hard to sort of pinpoint what's going wrong. I don't think it's been catastrophic. We obviously haven't been playing out of our skin and up to the standard we want to be playing, but we're still getting a couple of wins, and I think we're moving in the right direction. Like, we're making progress on sort of a lot of the things we want to do and execute. So I think, I'm still very confident in how we're going to shape up this year and hopefully start really finding our form towards middle and end of the year.
Let's hope so. The fans are out there. They're cheering you on as always. Huge game this weekend. You're playing the VFL versus the Under-18 Academy guys. Jack, on Saturday afternoon. That game's 10 a.m. on Saturday.
10 a.m.
Nice early start.
Yeah.
That's dew kicking. That's
Good.
real
Yeah.
old school.
Good luck with that. So that'll be the curtain raise, and then there'll be a bit of an Anzac Day ceremony before the main game. But 1:45 at the Cattery, GMHBA Stadium. It's still a big test. I know home deck helps, but the West Coast Eagles at their best when you see Kennedy and Allen and Darling playing up forward, and Nick Nat and Tim Kelly, who hopefully won't have too good a game against his old team through the middle of the ground. They are going to be a big test, aren't they?
Yeah, always. They're always a tough ask, the West Coast Eagles, but I don't think it's a bad thing for us. You can't just I mean, and then again, it's like most teams you play, they can, if they show up, like they can be really good and hard to beat. But yeah, it'll be a good test to see where we're at and see how we're shaping up against some of the better teams in the comp.
Did I hear a whisper that one of those key forwards might not play for the Eagles?
Which one? The oldest one?
I think the oldest one. I did hear a whisper.
It's a long way for a 35-year-old guy. I would hope he doesn't. But Oscar Allen.
If all three play, would you get one in particular, or do you just, as a group, handle them?
Fairly group dynamic down there, but usually Blitz, he'll take the big one, and Hendo as well, he'll probably take another big one, and then Collar and I and whoever else can sort of shift through the other guys. But yeah, it's never really, all right, you got him the whole day, you just beat him. It's more, we like to help each other. So
is Mark the Shark back? Mark O'Connor?
I'm not too sure what the Shark's doing, but
wouldn't mind sending him to Tim Kelly. Just make sure
you
TK
want him
has a
to-
nice, quiet
he's
game.
been good in the middle, hasn't he?
He can
Yeah.
tag for another week.
Been excellent. We better let you two guys go. Just
What's on for the rest of the day? Is this a lay day?
I've got a bit of uni to catch up on.
Oh, hang on.
I'll be.
This
on the
education
computer.
got you to uni in this wonderful
I should
establishment.
have come in here and used some of my teachers, but
What are you studying?
film and television actually.
Oh, hang on.
A bit different.
Making movies, Cameron.
yes,
Yep.
taking my
You
job.
made many movies over your journey. That sounds interesting. What uni?
It's a Deakin.
Oh, cool.
Burwood though, so I've got to do it online.
Oh, it's Burwood. Sammy, what are you off of today?
Yeah, a bit of study as well. I'm just doing a
What are you doing, Sam?
diploma of business, so yeah,
This is
kicking that
very-
off, get the work
These-
done.
Look at what they produce at this
These
school.
are the bright students that we produce.
I thought
That's
they'd
St.
be
Joey's.
footballers and that's enough.
That's a good balance, lifestyle balance of great education, great sport.
Did
Gotta
you go
keep
to
them all
university,
active.
Cameron?
I went to university.
No, you didn't.
I never obtained my university degree.
Did you set foot in?
I had 5 years part-time.
5 years?
Part-time doing primary school teaching. And I didn't do my rounds though, so I never actually got my graduation.
5 years of wasted
It was a double degree, primary teaching and arts.
arts.
Well, not as in art. My major was history.
Well, there you go. We've learnt something.
World
Cameron's a
history.
primary school teacher.
No, I'm definitely not. I wouldn't have the patience for that. You can borrow one of the classrooms if you want. Grab some of those
Might have to.
teachers, do a bit of extra
yeah.
tutoring
He's
for
got
you.
the lay of the land now, hasn't he?
Jack, Sammy, thank you both for coming and having a chat. Good luck this week against the Eagles. Good luck for your comeback game in the VFL. Sammy, hopefully it's only the one and straight back in. That's what I'm pushing for. I love seeing you in the team. Thanks for your time.
Thanks,
Good on you,
guys.
boys.
Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having us.